Guys, I'm stoked. Season 7 is coming to a close, but boy did they go out with a bang. While Baywatch Nights is doing boring, confusing warehouse episodes where they wander around as future spirits, Baywatch proper is doing the things we'd actually want to see on a spooky Baywatch spin-off show. What I'm getting at is this episode is a beach-themed Phantom of the Opera. Yes, folks, we've arrived at one of my personal favorite episodes of Baywatch, Nevermore, where Phantom of the Opera and Edgar Allan Poe and, I don't know, the movie Darkman come together to create a deliciously absurd mess. This is also Pamela Anderson's last episode of Baywatch, as she was off to do the critically acclaimed series VIP. Not to worry though, because we'll be seeing her again in the finale movie. And while Pamela Anderson may be gone soon, what a run she had. She came in playing a saxophone and left with the Phantom of the Opera. I couldn't ask for a better send-off. This is also Nancy Valen's last episode, and, with all due respect to her, nobody cared or noticed that Samantha was gone after this. As for the Phantom, he's played by Robert Cuccioli, who doesn't have a huge list of IMDb credits because he's a distinguished theater performer. He's most well known for being the original lead in the Broadway version of Jekyll and Hyde, which got him a Tony Award nomination. After he stepped down, the role eventually went to some nobody called David Hasselhoff. And I actually loved Cuccioli's performance in Jekyll and Hyde, but my personal favorite role of his was as the Green Goblin in Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, which I saw live. No, I don't actually know if it was one of his performances, but I don't care. It was awesome. And boy, can you tell in this episode that he's a theater guy.
It made me remember how it was to feel love.
I think we can agree that the most important cast member to mention, however, is recurring extra Julie Michaels, who has her most substantial role ever as the Phantom's dearly departed wife. And I have scripts for this episode! In fact, these are the last scripts I have for Baywatch until Season 9, so that's either terrible or terribly great news, depending on how interesting you find these tidbits. This episode was originally called Phantom. Does that do anything for you? Das Phantom am Bier! Sure, add a growl in. That makes sense in the context of anything we see in this episode. I love not being kidnapped by a phantom. I love not being kidnapped by a phantom. Being kidnapped by a phantom be the last thing I want. La 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 la. Phantom flowers! Smells good, doesn't it? Meanwhile, an old favorite returns!
The Death Fear.
Hey, was that Darkman?
Not to fear, a man who is way too talented to be playing this kind of role is here. Oh no, your scream has made me forget how to act like a human being.
Wow, that guy saved his life!
Let's kill him! The kids explain what they witnessed to Mitch and CJ, and although their description basically boils down to ugly guy in bandages, maybe this is a creature of some sort?
So who do you think this creature is?
I haven't the slightest. Maybe we have ourselves a phantom lifeguard.
Pretty spooky, huh, folks? You know what is spooky? The cutscene that happens in the script! CJ nods and starts up the stairs. Partway up, she screams! Angle, stairway. A man with his face painted black and white appears in front of CJ. No, another screaming fan! 3 more men in black and white makeup appear, followed by 2 female and 1 male lifeguard. I like screaming fans like her. Mitch comes to CJ and sees that it's Kiss. What's going on?
They were attacking us on the beach!
We were doing a photo shoot.
Kiss? It's Kiss!
Your lifeguard said we could sneak out the back way through here. Sure, you can go through the garage. Paul and Peter surround CJ. We'd rather stay in here. Hi, I'm Paul. I'm Peter. What's your name? CJ. As Peter and Paul try to charm CJ, Ace and Jean take control. That's enough. We're out of here. Bye. Nice meeting you. Let's go. They exchange ad-lib thanks and goodbyes with the other lifeguards and CJ, as Jean and Ace hustle Peter and Paul out the back with Mitch, who they ad-lib with as he leads them out. If you're wondering why Kiss is in this script or what else they did in the episode, the answer is I don't know and nothing. I have 2 different drafts for this episode, and this cameo is only in the more recent one. So my best guess is that they had some sort of tentative last-minute cameo arrangement with Kiss that didn't pan out. Judging by the fact the cameo was even less than nothing, it was clearly written with the idea that it could be easily snipped out if Kiss couldn't be there. I kinda thought maybe this was a Halloween-themed episode, and that's why Kiss almost showed up, but this aired in May. Maybe someone was just a huge fan of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, and thought Kiss would like to revisit that movie they hated. I've put too much thought into this already. Sure, there's a phantom on the loose, but CJ has her own problems to deal with. Her boyfriend is really stupid, and she hates him.
If he's not paddling with the guys, he's mountain biking with the guys.
Well, does he ever ask you to go along?
Yeah, but I just want to spend time with him, you know?
Not to be outdone, Captain No Fun says she too wishes to spend more time with her boyfriend, so she's planning on kidnapping Mitch for the weekend. No supernatural cases, lifeguarding, or fathering for him. This is a relationship that will last a lunchtime. After complaining that Cody doesn't do anything romantic, CJ then reveals she thinks the romantic flowers she got were from him. Cody is extremely dumb, but I don't really understand what CJ wants.
Well, I don't think that she expected to get flowers from you.
She didn't. But you know I love you, babe.
Well, I'm off to the stupid store.
Don't call me babe.
Remember that movie? Remember?
Meanwhile, the older brother of one of the kids has teamed up with this tech bro in an attempt to film an ugly guy in bandages, and I guess that will make them a lot of money.
We're gonna make big bucks off this ugly dude. Fan him in the pier. It's better than getting video of Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is a famous cryptid that people have actually heard of, and this is just some guy, so I don't think this is better.
A romantic poem? Must be that moron Cody again.
I've done real acting too, you know. Please believe me.
Later that night, at the Couples That Will Last Forever conference, CJ tells Mitch, Samantha, and Cody about the flowers and the poem. Cody, who has been informed via flashcards that CJ is mad at him for not being romantic, is now upset at her because she kept the gifts.
What, you mean the flowers in the poem that I take with me everywhere and just so happen to have right now? There's nothing to worry about, Cody.
After reading the poem aloud, Edgar Allan Poe scholar Mitch Buchanan immediately knows it's one of his.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice. I'll have to tell my future ghost self about that one next time I see him. Maybe he can try that move on future Ghost Ryan.
Mitch, are you cheating on me?
Relax. Ryan won't be around next season either.
Certainly romantic.
Or a nutcase.
Uh-oh, CJ has a secret admirer who's making Cody look bad. He'd better step up his gamer. Just kidding, he goes surfing with the guys. There is no doubt about it, the surf and the action are the stars of this montage.
Yeah, I'm in Olympics.
Meanwhile, Jordan exists again. And this Phantom of the Pier plot has got to be quite a lot to jump into as a bystander.
The kids say he's gross, he's ugly, he's gnarly, his hands are all bandaged, he wears a mask.
Well, that all sounds totally normal to me. Bye.
I've changed into my phantom hunting clothes. I'm gonna find that creature or die trying.
Dying it is. This scene, along with the climax, was written into the script as a much more elaborate, costly stunt. But even in their cheaper, less exciting forms, they're still less boring than a single minute of Baywatch nights. The script also had CJ receive a bloody head wound from her accident. But that would make her ugly, so no. Though in both versions of the stunt, she somehow hurt her knee after getting hit on the head.
This woman needs to go to the hospital. Just kidding, my stinky rotten lair.
Yeah, so this Phantom guy has set up his own little Victorian-era living room with an Edgar Allan Poe theme in the abandoned power plant. Because the Phantom of the Opera was about Edgar Allan Poe, right?
Oh, Cody. Cody, you're so stupid.
Huh? Who's there?
Don't be afraid.
I've attempted to ease you into this as gently as possible by posing with my raven in the shadow of a load-bearing fan.
Don't hurt me. I only have this one episode left and I'm free. Just let me live.
I suppose I should have taken you to the hospital.
But I'm a burn victim who decided to wear dirty rags and a puffy shirt while living with a bird in an abandoned power plant. So I don't exactly make rational decisions.
I'm sorry, I've been rude. This is Max.
That's okay. Now everything is fine.
Annabelle! Annabelle! Ah!
Maxman, please!
Maxman, please be cool. You're going to blow my cover and she's going to think I'm weird.
Well, the secret is out. The flowers in the poem came from the Phantom. We find out that he's named Aiden Masters, and CJ reminded him of his dead wife. And this is all very normal. In a scene the script describes as being set to Phil Collins' I Can Feel It Coming in the Air Tonight, Aiden tells the tale of the night his wife perished in a house fire because she set a candle next to a curtain. Yes, that's really what happened.
A curtain must have blown in the wind.
So naturally, after I was disfigured, I wrapped myself in oil-soaked rags and decided to haunt society as some sort of lame mythical figure. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Aiden, don't worry. I'll only press minimal charges.
Let me see your face.
We now see his face, burned and grotesque.
By society standards. I gotta tell CJ about the thick wave I just surfed.
So at this point, it's clear CJ is missing. So now Deputy Cody is on the case. You might notice that Jordan is also in this scene, providing the bare minimum as usual. But sadly for her, this is because they cut out her major contribution to the plot. According to the script, when Cody talks about the flowers and the poetry left at CJ's tower, Jordan reveals that she majored in English Lit, and therefore she knows a little bit about Edgar Allan Poe. And by that, I mean he asks to borrow one of her Edgar Allan Poe books. In the second draft I have, the scene goes exactly the same, except when Cody asks if she has a book he could borrow, she just directs him to the library for some reason. Either way, this is one of maybe 2 pieces of information we ever find out about Jordan, and it seems to have been cut for time. Not that what she did really moved the plot along that much, because Cody's investigation basically amounts to nothing. One of the guys who's trying to film the Phantom just runs in and tells him everything, so none of this really mattered. It is, however, hilarious that they made David Chokachi read Edgar Allan Poe.
Neither angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee.
Wow, you can read the word dissever?
I like bluebell ice cream.
Yeah, that's Lich Musselman behind Cody! IMDb lied to me!
In her tomb, by the sounding sea.
I wish I could read. Hey guys, I just found out that there's free candy at the abandoned power plant.
What?
Free candy? Let's go!
Whoa, look at him. This dude's awesome. We're gonna film his capture.
I can't wait to show this tape of us capturing this hero burn victim to the world. Only good things will come of it. We're gonna capture a burn victim. We're gonna capture a burn victim. We're gonna capture a burn victim. Assaulting a person is legal if they're deformed.
In the more expensive climax in the script, the chase sequence here is much more elaborate and involves flooding and falling debris. I don't think they did too bad coming up with something else to replace it, but it is a bit of a letdown to have yet another ending where Mitch does everything. Like, it probably would have made more sense to have CJ save him, and not the same dumb flut we see every week who was barely in this story, but whatever.
We are here live, filming the capture of a monster.
I am not a monster!
Also, this isn't live!
Mitch, you gotta get him. He's the one who saved me.
Cody and I will just watch.
Samantha, I'm breaking up with you! How could this have gone wrong?
I have to admit, my life is pretty dumb. You're welcome. Get out of here.
Don't worry about the Phantom, guys. CJ informs us later that he got some plastic surgery and became a teacher. Guess he never thought about anything other than being a mummy in a power plant before now.
Looks like I saved the day.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Marry me, CJ. I want you to be my wife.
Together, our love will last forever.
how Pamela Anderson left the series. You know how this goes. I guess CJ was too in love with the Phantom to say yes to Cody. I don't know which is funnier, the idea that they knew Pamela Anderson was leaving and wrote this in anyway, or they didn't know if she was leaving for sure and thought this Phantom of the Opera surprise proposal episode was going to seal the deal for her. Either way, get fucked, Cody!
Next time on Baywatch Nights, it's the series finale! Garner returns, and they fight an evil painter or something. Picture this.